right, excellent. Okay, so basically, I won't talk about any 3-star hotels this morning because I did it the other day. So I'm going to talk about the 4-star hotels and talk obviously about our 5-star product, the Paradise Cove, which is part of the Attitude portfolio, and but not under the Attitude branded hotels. It has its little own bubble on the side, right? Because Attitude, you know, it's the we want to be really the reference of the 3 and the 4-star segment on the island, and obviously Paradise Cove is our only 5-star product, and we can't associate the 5-star brand or clients to a 4-star and 3 or 4-star group. So that's why we are going to differentiate everything. So, well, that's the, well, also today, for the ones who weren't there the other time, I'm going to do the whole presentation on our website. So it's hotels-attitude.com. We have completely reviewed and broke down everything and come back with a brand new website very recently, not even like a month ago. So this website, this new website, was designed also for you guys to be able to showcase to your clients, and it's very user friendly. Everything is very well explained and found on the website, right? So basically, that's the map of Mauritius. Obviously, you know everyone about the island. Today, I'm going to talk about the Ravnala Attitude on our biggest hotel on the northwest island, no, northwest coast of the island, sorry. Then the Lagoon Attitude and the Sunrise, which has been recently, the Sunrise, that's the old Emerald, okay, which has been completely renovated. We built up 92 rooms additional to the 61 already existed previously, and obviously Paradise Cove and Zilwa that I'm going to talk about today. All right, now let's go very quickly on our hotel's banner here. Right, you can see that it has been very clearly subdivided between the family-friendly hotels and the adults-only hotels, right? So you can see that we have 4 hotels in the adults-only and 4 hotels also, again, in the family-friendly ones. So now let's talk about first the Lagoon Attitude. All right, the Lagoon Attitude, that's our, well, we started in 2019 about the eco-committed hotels. That's a very strong aspect out of the Attitude brand. We clearly want to be an eco-committed group, actually, with all our hotels driven by this concept, all right? And this is also why we have created what we call the Positive Impact Movement. This has been launched at Lagoon Attitude in 2019. So a lot of steps have been made since then. So basically, the positive impact is a targeted objective. Obviously, I've talked about it before, but this is a really, really important aspect of our brand. So basically, it's the drive of all our projects, of all our new concepts that we want to implement in our hotels. So basically, everything has to be linked or connected directly to the positive impact movement. Actually, we set ourselves targets. So you can see that it's not only words that we are putting on a website. We are really putting our words into actions, okay, by setting targets, obviously, and with a reasonable deadline, but also an objective that can be measured. All right, let's say, for example, the first objective that we have achieved, objective number 1, was to be a zero single-use plastic by the 1st of November 2020. So you can see that this was already achieved, even though last year was a COVID year, but still we made everything happen to be a zero single-use plastic group in all our hotels. So that was already achieved. Objective number 2, obviously it's not yet started because we still can't accept, let's call it the phase 2 of the traveling period in Mauritius, which will start in, let's say, 10 days now. Very excited. The second objective will be to have 50% of the group purchases from suppliers certified made in Maurice. Made in Maurice is the label where Attitude was branded to be linked, to be a local group on the island. All right, so that's, we want to really support the local economy, and that will come to a little bit later. The third objective was to have, even during these COVID times, 10,000 training hours on the sustainable practices by end of last year. So this also was achieved. So a very clear objective and very strong step towards all of us, all the staff, the family members. So yeah, that was the third commitment. But basically, what the positive impact movement is, it's actually under 3 aspects about caring about the local community. Okay, you will see that throughout the presentation today. Caring about the environment, which is actually was led at Lagoon, as I just mentioned, by recreating the coral reef, by developing sustainable actions for the guest, for the island, but ultimately for the group. All right, and as I just mentioned, the supporting of the local economy, right? By buying, instead of importing, let's say, furniture from Vietnam, Bali, Thailand, etc., we give the job to the local craftsmen on the island, even though it costs a little more, but that's our contribution to the local economy. All right, so you can visit that on all our on our positive impact movement website. Now, obviously, and positive impact and the authentic experiences are available, obviously, in all our hotels, 3-star and 4-star, not yet available at Paradise Cove, but we are again practicing that for our 5-star brand, because obviously being a 5-star requires a lot more, let's say, investment for the time being. Now let's talk about, I'm sure you're very familiar about the authentic experiences by now, but it's always good to refresh after so many months of let's say non-practice of selling the group. Let's say that the authentic experiences was created now with Zilwa, 7 years ago now. So and we are very excited because we have during these year and a half of, let's say, break, reworked and worked out a new concept out of these authentic experiences. So the authentic bazaar. So again, we give the local community, the local craftsmen, the opportunity to showcase their product in the hotel premises, because, you know, sometimes they are very talented, these people, but sometimes they don't have enough money to showcase or to place their products into shops, supermarkets, etc. So again, Attitude Hotels are just a platform for them, for the local craftsmen to sell and to showcase their work. And again, Attitude, well, the respective hotel, we don't take any profit out of it. So basically the client pays directly the local craftsman, and we don't ask for like a rent or a space rent or whatever. All the money is taken by the local craftsman. And actually 5% of this amount is given back to the Green Attitude Foundation, which is also part of the Positive Impact Movement, again, to help developing new sustainable practices for the group. Right, so that's the Authentic Bazaar. Now let's move to the Authentic Dinner, a very, very popular activity and experience. That's the only experience where the guests will have to pay a supplement for that. It's actually discovering the local dinners in a local family, right? So Obviously, this local family is part of our staff. He's a family, he or she is a family member of the respective hotel. And it's done once a week with a really minimal fee. I think it's around 200 rands per person, including the transport, because obviously they live quite close to the hotel area. And you go at their own house and cook with them, chat with them, and really see and immerse yourself in the Mauritian local family, right? So I'm sure some of you today have already done that experience and can relate by rolling the farata, the dal puris, making the chili bites at their own house, right? So that's a very, very popular and a very authentic way also to discover the Mauritian lifestyle. Then we have the authentic discovery. This authentic discovery have a lot of aspects under this umbrella, actually. First of all, we have developed an app where we have developed different itineraries around each hotels to be able to discover Mauritius on your own, but off the beaten tracks. Right, so that's a very important aspect because we are not going to bring you anywhere near what, let's say, a local DMC will take you. They will take you obviously to the, let's say, to the very important places, the touristical places on the island. But what this app is doing, it works like a GPS, right? But an offline GPS. So the guests won't have to use his international data network for that. So you can download the app. So it will basically download all the itineraries and act like a GPS. So if you want to have rent a car or a bike or even go by foot, you have different sizes of itineraries. So obviously it acts like a GPS, turn left, turn right. I'm sure you're all familiar about it. But also make you discover some very unusual and off the beaten track places in Mauritius, right? We have also, for the ones who have done it also previously in our Like a Local trip, it's really, we have a street food itinerary in Port Louis. So you can have different types of street food, but what we have tested for the clients, right? Because I say most of the time it's quite they will find it like probably not healthy, or they are scared of getting sick by eating on the roadside, etc. But all of these, we have tried it for the guests, and we can reassure them that it's totally safe and actually part of our local culture, right? To be able to go to the Port Louis bazaar and to this little Chinese little shop to eat Chinese sweets, to the Indian corner, to the Muslim corner. As you know, Mauritius is a very multicultural island. So that also the clients from anywhere are able to take Creole courses. Creole, as you know, is our native language from Mauritius. So once a week, you just go under a tree with a family member, with a staff, and he will teach you how to speak Creole. Obviously, it's not like very complicated sentences, right? And there's no exam, rest assured, after that. So it's just very basic sentences like, hello, how are you? My name is whatever. It's and obviously the guest will go back with a little piece of paper with the Creole wording, but also translated into English, French, German, whatever the guest native language is. So that's also a very nice aspect, the authentic discovery. Then we have the authentic fooding. Again, different umbrella under the authentic fooding. We have, again, once a week, the cooking classes in each hotel. It's usually done around lunchtime. So basically the guest, upon reservation, obviously it's free of charge, be able to cook the local traditional food of Mauritius, either it's a rice, lentil with a chicken curry or sausage, rogai, tomato-based dish, or even vegetarian dishes, but they are all helped by the hotel chef, right? So they are just not dumped like this in the in the kitchen and in front of the stove. The chef really help them and teach them how to cook the local dishes from Mauritius, right? So, and they are going back with the recipe if ever they want to try it back to afterwards. Then obviously we have the tabaji and the contenu, which the contenu means like at my place, right? It's like in all the Attitude hotels, we can find this restaurant. And it's part of what we call the dine around concept. So the guests will always have a choice between the main restaurant and the contenu restaurant, which is a traditional Mauritian restaurant. Let's say like a grandma's kitchen, all right, but cooked the traditional Mauritian way, obviously with no supplement for the guests. So even the guests staying on a half board, they will always have a choice, having the choice between eating at the main restaurant, which is usually a buffet style restaurant, or the contenu restaurant and a la carte. So that's a very important one. And the tabaji, that's the street food carts that you can find all around the island. It's very nice. And again, we have brought back this concept, the street food cart, for all the guests who might feel quite uncomfortable eating on the roadside when driving along. So we took this concept and put it inside the hotel premises, but still for the ones who don't want to leave the hotel premises, but they still can have a little touch of the Mauritian street foods. So that's under the authentic fooding. Authentic music, also a different aspect under this this experience. First of all, the guests can learn how to play the local instruments, again with the animation team. So that's also quite nice and very vibrant atmosphere, because people, they don't know each other at the very beginning, but at the end of this experience, they all come and dance together and have fun together. And then the next day they have, that's a really bonding activity. But also we are sponsoring, again, that's going back to our positive impact movement. We are caring about the local community. Because we are organizing once a year this time. It's like a music show, right? So where the artists, they need to write their own song and compose their own music and come and play that in front of a jury. And obviously a jury of professional people. And after that, they win an album where Attitude is the main sponsor of their album. And again, they are coming to play in all our hotels, again, to promote their talent in the end, right? So that's again a very nice and very popular actually in Mauritius. It's called Compose de la musique, like compose your own song. So that's a very famous activity on the island. All right, so basically all the authentic music, the authentic bazaar, the authentic fooding, the dinner at the local family, the authentic dinner, they are available in all the Attitude hotels. All right, so again, when I'm going to talk about each respective hotels, I'm not coming back onto these experiences, but now that you know that it's available in all the 3-star and the 4-star hotels. All right, same for the positive impact. Something that I want to talk also, which is available in all our hotels, and we have developed this new concept also during the year and a half of COVID. It's a new concept of spa that are already available in all our hotels. It's called POZ, so pause, like a PAUSE, like a pause, take a pause. All right, that's the exact concept of the new spa experience. All right, but it's not just a basic spa, right? It's really a plant-based and obviously vegan-friendly products that we are using, locally handmade. So again, coming back to the positive impact and caring about the environment and also the local community. And it's very, the composition of the products that we are using are local and regional ingredients. All right, and all of this, obviously, as you can see here, it's packed in recyclable packaging, right? So as I was mentioning before in the positive impact, every project that we launch, everything, every new concept, new project, and everything has a direct link to the positive impact movement. All right, so and all the spa looks the same, obviously different menu from the 3-star to the 4 stars, different types of massage again, and same as the Authentic Bazaar, 5% of the fees are given to the Green Attitude Foundation, again to support the sustainable developments of the group. All right, and obviously different types of massage on the list. As I was mentioning before, all the spa products are 100% handmade, natural, in recyclable packaging, and 100% local. All right, so all of these, so whatever is authentic experiences, the positive impact, and the spa pose are available in all our hotels. All right, if you have any questions, just write them down. I will, there will be a little time afterwards at the end. Now let's move back to Lagoon Attitude. That's why I wanted to start with this hotel. So Lagoon is located up north of the island, quite close to Paradise Cove and Zilwa, which you all know about. In all our hotels, again, during this year and a half, we have completely renovated all the hotels. All right, so we will be reopening on the 1st of October with brand new hotels, completely refreshed. The linen has been changed, paint has been redone, like everything, the public areas, the rooms, the restaurants, everything has been completely redone and refreshed, right? So Lagoon is the first eco-committed hotel on the island. All right, so this is again where it's all started, the positive impact in 2019. So that was a major step of the group, a big milestone of the group in 2019, right? So you can see that it's very, very user-friendly, the website. Actually, now let's move on to the rooms directly. It's a big hotel. That's actually a 182 room hotel, all right, located up north of the island. Separated, the different room categories are the couple rooms. You can have a look to the different types of pictures. Couple rooms are all garden views, right? 35 square meters, and obviously Lagoon is an adult-only hotel. So when we say adults only, it's obviously 2 adults. Yeah, 2 adults per room in all the rooms, but it's 18 years plus. Right, the second room category, the couple poolside. So as you can see, giving directly on the main swimming pool area. Again, 35 square meters. Just the location that is changing. Then we have the couple seafront room. So as the name mentions, it's on the seafront, so you can obviously see the beach and the sea. The same room size. Then we move to the next one, which is the suite, which is a much bigger room area. All right, so 45 square meters. This one, and as you can see here, the room at the ground floor level, they have like a bathtub outside, but very well protected, so no one can look into your bathroom area. So you can see that we have quite high walls. Yeah, so that's only on the ground floor level. All right, and then the whirlpool suite on the first floor level, we have that's the highest room category, 50 square meters, and as you can see, with a very nice heated whirlpool on your terrace. But as you can see, that's why we have made that onto the first and second floor of the hotel, so you can have total privacy on while in your whirlpool. All right, so that's the rooms, also at Lagoon Attitude. Right, now let's move on quickly to the restaurants. Again, Lagoon, I was talking earlier on about the dine around concept. So that's the main restaurant where obviously the guests can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, different types of cuisine every day. That the Coral restaurant, which is a more, let's say, high-end, not fine dining, but high-end restaurant compared to the buffet one, obviously, but only a la carte. So no buffet is served at Coral, but only open for dinner. The Lemongrass restaurant, which is it's like a Japanese and Thai, Indonesian type of cuisine. So that's also very nice and romantic atmosphere, as you can see, close to the main swimming pool area. Only open for dinner and a la carte. That's a very nice and romantic restaurant in the hotel. And then Cotonou, I was talking about it earlier, the traditional Mauritian restaurant, but also it's our signature restaurant available in all our hotels. All right. And obviously the lobster menu, which is done once a week, is obviously at extra cost. But otherwise, this restaurant is included in the half-board package. And then the tabaji, that's actually the tabaji. It's like the ancestor of the supermarket, right? So in Mauritius, where you can find it all around the island on the roadside. Obviously, we have eaten. Now we need to drink. At the Sea Breeze, the main bar, so very nice, overlooking the lagoon and the pool. So that's also quite nice. Wave, another bar. So we're down to 2 and 3 bars in the hotel. All right. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about the spa, but also very nice. You need to know also part of, again, our positive impact movement, that attitude in all its hotels, we don't have any motorized water sports. All right. So all what is included is, let's say, in the water sports activities, it's stand-up paddles, kayaking, pedal boats, snorkeling, windsurfing, aquagym, etc. So you can see that we don't have any motorized water sports. And then obviously the land activities, much more axed on the yoga and Tai Chi courses, obviously. More in a more Zen and meditation aspect, which is getting a bit more trend now. Bocce balls, beach volley, etc., gym, board games, entertainment every night. So yeah. So that's for Lagoon. You obviously, I'm just going to talk quickly about the all-inclusive package, again, available in all our hotels. Okay, so this year, for the coming year, as from 1st of November, this Lagoon have changed from the basic meal plan being the all-inclusive, and we have moved it on back to half board, so the first meal plan where the guests can buy, but always can buy the supplement to the all-inclusive. At Attitude, the all-inclusive starts as soon as the guest checks in at the hotel. So let's say for an early arrival flight, the guest will be able to have breakfast and lunch. Otherwise, the check-in time is at 2 o'clock. And for the late departure flights, the guests will still be able to have lunch and dinner if the flight is quite late, or even afternoon tea, because the all-inclusive will stop as soon as they leave the hotel. All right, and even though the checkout time is 11 o'clock a.m., so obviously lunch is not included, but only for the clients on all-inclusive, that will be included. All right, so, and that's also a very good point, because if the guest is staying on all-inclusive, they will be able to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner in any of the other Attitude Group hotels. All right, so even if they are staying in a 3-star hotel, let's say in the north or on the East Coast, and they want to go on, they're going for a day tour in the north to discover Grand Bay area, and they want to stop at Zilwa or Ravnala or any other hotel, even it's a 4-star, a different star rating of their original booking, they still can have lunch, dinner, and breakfast without any supplement. All right, so that's good, and also different types of advantage that the guests can beneficiate. All right, so again, that's available in all the Attitude hotels. Now, let's move on to, let's stay in the adults only section. I'm going to talk very quickly about Sunrise Attitude. So our brand new 4-star product, okay, opening on the 1st of October. That's the old Emerald, all right, so which has been upgraded from a 3-star to a 4-star hotel located on the east coast of the island. As you also know, the Emerald was a hotel behind the road. Sunrise obviously stayed like this. But as you can see, a long white stretch beach is waiting for the guest. And you can also see that we have a dedicated beach area where the guests can stay on the sunbeds. All right, so and again, it's not a highway that the guests need to cross. It's a really little coastal road. So, and there's a security person also helping the guests to cross the road. So that again, let's have a look to the rooms. Unfortunately, we don't have many pictures because we are actually doing a big shooting at the moment at the hotel. So but basically, we have completely refurbed all the rooms. We have added 92 brand new rooms built from scratch. Okay, so now we have a total of 153 rooms at Sunrise. So that's quite a lot. Okay, so the basic room category would be the couple room, 31 square meters. And again, Sunrise, same as Emerald before, it remains an adult-only hotel. Right, so so again, 18 years and above. The couple partial sea view, obviously we need to be cautious because that's why we put partial, because the hotel is located behind the road, but the rooms are on the 1st floor level, so you can partially see the view. All right, the couple swim up. I'm sure you're all familiar again with a couple swim up room. So basically that's a block of rooms, of ground floor rooms. So as soon as you get out of your rooms, you have like a swim up room straight away as soon as you step out of your terrace. All right, direct access to the pool. And same as Tropical, I was explaining like 2 weeks ago, we have again put back the concept of villas in the 4-star hotel Sunrise, because we believe that you don't need to pay a lot of money to be able to have first your privacy and second to really enjoy a villa type holiday with a private pool and garden at a 4-star hotel. Right, Tropical was the first 3-star hotel on the island to have a villa type room, and now Sunrise is the first 4-star to have the same concept on the island. So as you can see, you have your total privately accessed pool, but also in your villa. So that would be at Sunrise. Now let's move on to the restaurant and bars. Okay, obviously the main restaurant, which is called The Market, which is a buffet style restaurant, live cooking, local and international buffet style cuisine, changing every night, a themed buffet. All right, so, and then the social house, which is more like a tapas, tapas vibe, which is quite trendy at the moment. And obviously a DJ which is playing a nice lounge music at sunset time, right? So that's a very, very nice vibey bar, I would say, restaurant. Cote-Nou, I'm not going to talk about it. And same for Tabaji, the local street food cart. All right. Obviously the bar, quite a funky name, which is called the Papaya Bar, just straight across the pool. Very nice. Again, the waiter will just bring your drinks in the pool and just enjoy swimming. Social house again, rooftop bar, very nice, overlooking the lagoon. That's a really nice bar. And then the 31, which is the last one, the last bar. Sorry. And again with a DJ atmosphere, but again chilled music during the sunset time. And so yeah, that's the sunrise. Again, unfortunately, we don't have much pictures. Again, eco-committed hotel, because all our hotels are eco-committed. Zero single-use plastic, the trainings, supply from local producers, etc., etc. Right. Now let's move on to our big babies. All right.
Dear,
yes, tell me.
sorry, there's someone that's just asking, is it correct there are no TVs at Sunrise Attitude?
Yes, indeed, that's a very good point. Sorry, I'm not on the chat at the same time, so
No worries, I'll help you out there.
Very good. Indeed, we don't have any TVs at Sunrise. Very good point, because we believe that the guests want to have like a more chilled and relaxed holiday while in their room. However, we have different TVs and different channels playing across the hotel. Let's say whenever we have like a sports event or concerts or different types of even news, etc. So that will be showcased in different TVs across the hotel, but in all the public areas only.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, not in the villas.
Not in the villa, not in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, only in the public areas.
Perfect.
Because also, you know, we believe that today we have also upgraded by not having the TVs at the hotel. We have upgraded the internet capacity. All right, the bandwidth of internet, because we believe that the guests will already have their tablets or their phone or their laptops where they can download or upload films from Netflix, Amazon, Disney, whatever. All right, so that's why we have upgraded the bandwidth of internet. Good.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, not even. All right. Good. If you don't mind, let's move on to Zilwa. Give me 1 second. Just rehydrating with a bit of rum. So now let's move on to Zilwa. All right, Zilwa. Well, you all know about Zilwa now. It's a very famous hotel. I would say the most Mauritian hotel in Mauritius, by its name, by its concept, by the activities, by everything has been very well thought when creating this hotel. It's a 214 room hotel divided into 3 room categories. So basically the superior rooms, which is a 2+1 room capacity. Then we have I'll come to the room just now. Okay, so it's easier. So basically the 3 room segments are the superior room, the family, and the couple rooms. So the superior room are the 2+1, 2 adults and 1 child. Okay, again, you can see that it's a very local design. So you can see the rough cement flooring, even the decoration by local artists, but also with a quite minimalistic design also in the room, but still quite rustic also. Then we have the family rooms, okay, which is 2 adults and up to two teens. All right. The teens will be sleeping on the sofa beds in sharing the same room. Okay, and then we have the couple deluxe room, okay, which is obviously 2 adults only in this room. Right, a very nice one. The deluxe family one, you can put up to 5 people in the room, because the 2 adults will be sleeping on, like in the main room, in the adults room, but you can see that it's separated with a door here, where the kids will be sleeping in a separate room from the parents, with their own bathroom, toilet, TV, aircon, etc. Right, you can see, so you have basically 2 normal beds and 1 rollaway bed, right? So you can put up to 3 people in this room. All right, so that's the deluxe family room. And also we come back into the couple segment. So basically the junior suite, again, 2 adults only staying in the room. And the highest room category, again, it's under the couple segment. That's the highest one, with, as you can see here, a jacuzzi on the terrace. And these room categories are only located on the 2nd floor. So again, for total privacy. So what is max age for the teen? Vesna, it's so basically at attitude. That's a very good question also. Children from 0 to 3, they are obviously infant, and then 4 to 7, it's children, and then from 7 to 12, it's child, and then 13 to 8 to 17.99, obviously, they are teens. Okay, and as soon as you are 18 years, you're considered as adult. All right, but you always need to be careful when you have teens, especially because the beds are obviously side beds. They are not like a normal bed length, I would say, normal mattress. They are always a side bed. Just always ask for the height of the teen, because if they are like a basketball player, let's say, then yeah, it might be tricky for them to sleep on a tiny bed. Yeah. So that was for the rooms at Zilloa. Different type of restaurant also, again with a dine around concept, with the main restaurant, which is the karai. Karai means like a big dish, big saucepan that we cook Mauritian dishes. As you can see here, like a Chinese wok. Mostly, where we could cook Mauritian dishes into it. So that's again the main restaurant, theme buffet with local specialties. Okay, then we have the xiao, which is part of the dine around. Dine around concept means that even if you're on half board, you can go into these restaurants, but with no supplement that you need to pay. Question here. Okay, no, good, thanks, pleasure. Xiao, again, part of the dine around concept. It's more of a Mauritian Chinese restaurant, all right, with dim sum, Chinese noodles, rice. That's a very nice Zen atmosphere. Lodisam meaning on the beach, which is the beach restaurant. Sorry. Basically, you will eat feet in the sand, overlooking the lagoon. And during nighttime for dinner, okay, it's an adult-only restaurant, as from 16 years plus. So it's more of a quiet, romantic dinner at this restaurant, on the beach restaurant. So all of this is part of the dine around concept. The Grand Zil barbecue is like the traditional Mauritian barbecue, you can see that at Grand Zil, which is a private island just in front of the hotel. Which belongs to us, where the guests can go spend the whole day there and enjoy a nice barbecue on the island. As you can see, it's very rustic. Even the plates, the cutleries, the mugs, everything is quite typical from Mauritius. But nous, as again, you know, our signature restaurant, it's included in the package, Tabaji. So basically we have 7 restaurants, out of which 4 is part of the dine around concept. Now the bars, obviously the main bar overlooking the main pool, just there, and overlooking the lagoon and the northern islands. This is where it's all happening during nighttime, right? So all the animation team just plays music, dancing, etc. happens there. The L'Eau du Sable, so the beach restaurant has a beach bar also, built like a big pirogue boat. And the juice bar also, which is more of a trendy way to drink freshly brewed juices, infused waters, etc. So, and again, 4 bars at Zilloa. Again, Zilloa and Ravnana, the next one I'm going to talk about, are 2 kids-friendly hotels, obviously not as Sunrise and Nagut, which were both adults-only hotels, right? So obviously we have Ayolo Dodo, which is our signature kids club name, right? So obviously for kids and teens. All right, different activities are organized there, and obviously, you know, we are all in Mauritius. We don't want to put your kids in front of TVs, PlayStations, computers, etc. So basically, we just do outdoor activities with them, obviously weather permitting. But we go crab hunting, treasure hunt, in the pool, outdoor activities. Yeah, so that's it's a really nice. Area for the kids also. Now, yeah, that's the kids club. Now, what I wanted to talk about at Zilloa, which is quite important, are all the different experiences and activities that the guests can beneficiate there. Apart from all the authentic activities where I've already talked about, we also have what we call the off-beaten track experiences at Zilloa, which is, for example, with an additional cost. But again, you can go and enjoy a very nice sunrise with a local fisherman, okay, which has been obviously trained for, etc. So he's just not like a random person. But again, the guest paid directly the local fisherman, right? For his petrol, for his time, the hotel, we don't take anything out of it. Right? It's just a pure guest experience. You can have your breakfast taken with you and eat on the pirogue with the fisherman. Grand Île barbecue I've already talked about. Immerse yourself in the heart of merchant lifestyle. So you just go into Goodlands, which is a very vibrant city in the north of the island. I really recommend this one. That's a fabulous experience where you can go into these shops, the bazaar. There's lots of noise. You can really immerse yourself into the vibrant city, and obviously stand-up paddle, kite surf, etc. With a person from the boathouse. Water sports activities, okay, glass bottom boat, aqua gym, the swimming pools, paddy diving centers, etc. That would be with extra cost, kayaking, etc. So there's a lot of activities also that we can do at Zilloa. Now, obviously, the land activities, same as all hotels, we have some yoga, tai chi sessions, stretching sessions, beach soccer, that's a very, very popular during afternoon time, and beach volley also. I was talking about the kids activities earlier on, so that's the treasure hunt, the swimming pool games. We also have some cooking classes for the little ones. So that's they make some mini pizza, mini burgers. So yeah, that's a very nice activity also. For the ones who are doing a little bit of conference meetings, etc., we also have a conference room at Zilloa. Okay, so that's not a huge room, but still we can accommodate some team buildings, parties, DJs, etc., conferences in the room. So we can accommodate up to 110 people in the meeting room. But sometimes we can also have like private parties with a nice DJ also there. It's all privatized. So yeah, so that's Zilwa. Now, quickly, we move on to Ravnala. That's, I know, a lot of information, so that's why we have broken the presentation between 3-star and 4-star hotels. Otherwise, yeah, it's already a lot of information for you to gather. Ravnala is our biggest baby. All right, so with 272 suites. So basically that's an all-suite hotel located up northwest of the island, a family-friendly 4-star hotel. All right, so that's again our biggest one. It's very simple in terms of room categories. We have the couple rooms. Basically, it's only 2 adults. Then we have the family rooms. It's only, well, not only, it's actually 2 separate rooms with, so that's the couple room. All right, you can see that we are going back to the raw materials, the wood, the rattan, the coconut thread mat on the floor there. And I was talking to you about the family suite, where you have a separate room for the kids and the parents, and we can put up to 3 people in this area, okay, sleeping on a sofa bed here. You also need to know that you can see here the parents' room is separated by a sliding door, but it's not completely airtight, right? So yeah, just yeah, be quiet. Yeah, and it's only 1 bathroom at in this room category. Okay, and the highest room category, we have 40 of them, which is an executive seafront adult suite. So that's the 40 rooms overlooking the lagoon, the only rooms which are straight on the beach, with direct access to the beach and the sea. So basically, while staying in this room category, you have a lot of advantage. Like a bath menu, etc. We have a dedicated sun lounge for these guests, so you no need to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go put your towel and come back to sleep and go back to your sunbed afterwards. So you have a dedicated two dedicated sunbeds for these room categories. And obviously direct access to different types of restaurant in addition to all the other ones, all of our clients. The main aspect of this hotel is obviously the 10 restaurants that we have in this hotel. So that's our biggest selling point, actually, for if ever you have some foodies that love some good food, different types of cuisine. We have 10 restaurants, out of which you have 7 included in the half-board package, right? So that's a lot of choice, even if you're staying on the half-board, right? So Mosaic, that's the main restaurant, a buffet theme restaurant, buffet changing every night. Madame Ming also included in the half-board package, even for dinner, all right? So more of a Chinese fusion food. Okay, overlooking the pool here. A Tavola, the Italian restaurant, also included in the dine around concept. The beach restaurant also is included in the half-board. That's a fabulous restaurant for if you want to have some nice sunset while having dinner, like even a romantic dinner, honeymoon dinner. That's a very nice one. Bistro is like a more, as the word says, it's like a bistro type food, like burgers, salad, pizzas. Yeah, that's a very nice modern factory style restaurant. We also have like a like a sports area where in the afternoon or even during the time you have some sports events, some football, tennis, rugby, Formula One, you name it. It's next to the bar, so that's also quite nice. That's the sports area around here. And then Riviera, that's not included in any meal plan, actually, not even in the all-inclusive. That's a total supplement seafood restaurant. It's located on the river because we have a river separating us from the Maritime Hotel, which is just next to it. You can see Maritime over here. That's the river separating us. And that's a quite unique restaurant to eat on the river. So again, very romantic. And it's an adult only for obvious security reasons. We can't have kids there, and it's quite small restaurant, right? It's a 24 covers restaurant. So we always recommend the guests as soon as they check in, they book for in any type of restaurant, obviously not the main restaurant, but we always recommend to pre-book at least for the first 3-4 dinners ahead. At least they can have a different type of cuisine during the beginning of their stay. And then we have Cotonou and Tabagie. Okay, again, our signature restaurants. Lime, which is our Japanese restaurant with a sushi bar and Japanese type of cuisine, a la carte menu. Okay, that restaurant is charged with a supplement except at lunchtime, as it mentioned here, for the guests on all-inclusive, and staying in the executive beachfront suites. That's why I was saying that you have a lot of advantages when you book the high-end room categories. Yeah, beach barbecue is also included in the half-board package, open for lunch and dinner. Okay, obviously the lunch is not included, but the dinner will be included in this restaurant for half-board packs. Yeah, Tabagie, street food. I'm really sorry because I know you'll be going to eat soon, but sorry about that. Now for the bars, that's again, we have 6 bars around the hotel. So again, a bar overlooking the pool, the beach, at the bistro bar next to the sports area, the balcony bar where every night from 6 p.m. there's a pianist coming to play. It's just quite chilled and vibey atmosphere also there. And oh, I love this one. That's really my area. That's the nightclub at Ravnala. I'm sure the ones who came and have some educations there, we all finished at the after. Oh, that's a really, really good one. DJ playing until no time. There's no end time. So if ever you're catching the Joburg early morning flight, promise me that you're going to party until, yeah, you're going to leave the hotel. So yeah, that's at the Ravnala and also the juice bar on the beach. Right, kids club also, since it's a very nice family-friendly hotel. Again, same as Zilwa. Okay, no indoor activities, more outdoor activities like treasure hunt, bocce balls, cooking classes for the little ones, etc. So that's also quite nice. Here, I really want probably to emphasize on the meetings and events because since it's our biggest product, we can have we have 7 conference rooms, up to 800 people in the biggest room category, in the biggest conference room. Sorry. So that tailor-made events, etc. So that's the biggest conference room that we have. Yeah, in all our hotels, I see weddings here. In all our hotels, and most of the hotels in Mauritius, we have like a 1 wedding per day policy here. So you can't have like 2 couples getting married on the same day. So it's their day, we book it for them, and so they can feel more privileged. Okay, I finished on the attitude, and I'm going to go very quickly on the Paradise Cove, and then we can ask a few questions. I won't be quick, I have 5 more minutes. Paradise Cove, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the presentation, it's part of the attitude group, but not, as you can see, it's not holding the name Paradise Cove Attitude, because again, that's our 5-star hotel that cannot be linked obviously to a 4-star group where Attitude is. So and recently we have upgraded completely the hotel, redone everything. We have added 12 more rooms. We have added 1 swimming pool on just in front of the rooms here. We have redone all the restaurants. Everything has been completely redone. So that's the website. As you can see, it's a completely different vibe, okay, in terms of website. Now let's talk about different. Now let's go quickly to the rooms. So we have 4 room categories, 4 restaurants and bars also. You can see that the rooms are very romantic rooms, okay? So we are starting with a deluxe premium, okay? And since Paradise Cove is adults only hotel, we can put only 2 adults in the room. You can see completely different style of all the 4-star and 3-star adults only hotels at the Attitude group. Junior suites, the prestige ones. And we only have 2 senior suites, which are the highest room category, with at least 98 square meters. All the rooms have the view on the cove. All right, so that's a really obviously we don't have like a private beach in Mauritius, but I don't know if I can see that here. You can see here, that's the beach of Paradise Cove. All right, so all the rooms are on around the cove area. All right, so basically it's a direct access to the beach and the sea. All right, so sorry, just 1 second. Yeah. All right, so that was the rooms at Paradise Cove. Now let's move on to the restaurants and bars. As I said, 4 restaurants and 4 bars at the hotel, and we also have a 24-hour room service, but that would be obviously with supplement. Again, different types of cuisines. We have the dining room, okay, and much more in the public areas also. Yeah, that's a fabulous concept. So basically, it's a buffet style restaurant for starters and desserts, but a la carte for main courses. Then we have the XO restaurants, which is a more healthy sushi bar restaurants. Okay, so again, that's a very nice trend at the moment. So eating healthy, eating vegan. So that's also a fabulous restaurant overlooking the cove, this one. Then we have the Cove, the seafood restaurant. Okay, that's again a very nice. You can see here that you are eating on these little in these little huts. Makes it more romantic and more separate. Then the peninsula, okay, as you can see here, overlooking the lagoon and the northern islands. And again, a very vibrant atmosphere also playing during the sunsets with again tapas. Yeah, that's a fabulous area. Yeah. So that was the restaurant at the Paradise Cove. Obviously, the bar, we got the beach bar, the peninsula, and the stay bar and the tea bar also, which is again very, very popular in some countries, to be able to taste different infusion of water with different types of plants, of scents, etc., and also different type of teas coming from all around the world. Obviously, the rum gallery and the cellar. It's called the S cellar for Southern Cellars. So basically at the Paradise Cove, we really want to emphasize on the Southern Hemisphere wines. And thank God South Africa is in the Southern Hemisphere. So we have some good selection of South African wines. And as you can see from New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, Chile, etc. So, but no wine from all the Northern Hemisphere, France, mainly American wines, the new country wines, etc. Yeah. Activities at the Paradise Cove. Okay, obviously same as all the other hotels. That's all the, since Paradise Cove is not holding the Attitude name, and since it's also part of the how can I say that, the main criterias to be able to be a 5-star hotel. Here you can see that, but we don't promote that. We have, we try, but not to use it, motorized water sports, but it's somehow available, but we are fading out on it. But also windsurfing, kayak, stand-up paddle, yoga, tai chi, snorkeling, pedal boat, etc., etc. But that will be on extra cost, like everywhere else. At Paradise Cove, we don't have any DJ or like big shows, loud shows, etc. It's like live unplugged music. So someone playing the piano, someone playing the guitar, or like a saxophonist also at Paradise Cove. So it's very toned down, chilled music playing there. Okay. Okay. Yes, we do have heated pools. One is at Paradise Cove. Okay. It's the Peninsula Pool, and one at Zilwa. Okay. These are the two hotels where we have heated pools. But again, it's depending on the weather and also depending on the season. Obviously, we won't heat the pool in summertime. It's only in wintertime. But even in wintertime, it's not every day that the pools are heated. It's really depending on the weather. As I mentioned, the peninsula is a very vibrant area, okay, where we have the Peninsula restaurant, the bar, but also overlooking all the northern islands, okay, with the infinity pool. That's the heated pool in summertime, actually, in wintertime, sorry. All right, good. One more up here. The spa, obviously, we have like a proper spa inside the hotel premises, but we also have what we called the love nests. Okay, it's located next to the sea here, a little love nest where you can have like a couple massage overlooking the lagoon, but totally still protected from other clients. And that's a very, very famous treatment here. And obviously our brand is by Saint-Monde Paris. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. If ever you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you very much, Guillaume. We really appreciate the time you took to train everyone. The properties are beautiful. I love the new renovations. I've been lucky to actually have seen all the properties before, so it's a complete opposite. It's absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to visit.
Yes, actually. Well, it's really it's a really a nice a nice opportunity to come, actually, and we really hope that very soon we will be able to welcome all of you guys, actually.
No, definitely. Thanks. Guillaume, I actually just want to ask, you know, the concept where you can dine with the locals at their
Yeah,
homes. Do you still offer that?
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I was talking about
Maybe I
it.
missed it when you mentioned it in the training now, but that's absolutely an amazing experience that I've actually enjoyed doing
Yeah.
once. So I was just making sure.
Exactly, that's the authentic dinner. As I mentioned, it's the only experience where you have a local family, where you have a supplement while having dinner at the local family. So yeah.